If your life feels out of control, um, if your life feels out of control, think about a guy like Israel Keys. This guy was a complete nut job, but still managed to have seemed like he had an air of arrogance about him, where he murdered. I think they got him on three murders, but and then he killed himself like a coward. Um, they put him in jail, and then he killed himself with a razor blade and hung himself. Um, but he pretty much just this guy was a complete slime bag that basically lived up in Alaska, and then he killed this girl named Samantha Koenig or something like that. She was a barista, I guess, working at a coffee shop, and he just went in and took her to his place and killed her. And then he killed some other people. I think he didn't really kill anybody. Everything was at random. This guy was like evil. I was thinking about it. He died. I'm not sure when he died. Did he die? Yeah, he died back in like 2012. So he did the murder around that time, the murders, I guess, and then he killed himself. 2012, which would be 13 years ago. Yeah, and he was only like 32 years old. And then he just so the case was closed. You know, he probably got the death penalty because he was so manipulative. He was the guy that had all the kill kits and all this other stuff that he hid across the country. Totally insane. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, this guy was born in like 1978 and died in 2012. So that puts him at 32 years old. And I'm 62. So I've been alive 30 years longer. So I was already alive 15 years before he was born. And I've been alive almost 15 years after he died. But I guess it just goes to show that, you know, I guess we all have our problems in life. And I guess it really just shows you, depends on how you go about living your life. There's been a lot of different things I've seen over the years. Kind of been not well witnessed to in a weird way. I mean, I've seen them happen. We had a thing called the Branch Davidian out in California. Or that was a Waco. The Waco tragedy where 80 people were killed. That was where I think David Koresh, I think, was involved in that. And then, of course, you had the Heaven's Gate out in California that happened back in 97. I think it was 97 that happened. And that was basically, I think it was about 30 people, and they were all in like this weird cult, and they were going to get a spaceship, and they were... Yeah, this old bald guy was telling everybody, you're going to be on a spaceship and we're going to leave this world. And so they all dressed up in like black pants and like white shirts and black shoes. And then they all took some poison or something and laid down in bed, and just they all died at the same time in this compound. So... yeah, I guess it just kind of goes to show that mankind is a very bizarre freaking creature. And the weird thing is if you spend your life just kind of observing it, and not really participating in it, you can find some of this stuff to be extremely fascinating. And maybe even get old in the process of watching it all unfold. Yeah. All right, thanks for watching.